welcome back to Everyday Struggle. Nadeska here with Akademiks, Wayno, and a very special guest. We got A Boogie in the building. Good morning.
The
man with the #1 album, man. He ain't come up here before that.
Right.
Thank you.
He was waiting for the special occasion to come up.
It's early.
We tried to get him a few times, but he was running around doing touring all over the place.
But what were you doing last night? I heard you haven't been to sleep yet.
Last night, man, I've been up for like 3 days straight.
What?
Last night, we was partying, turning up, #1 album, celebrating, man.
Okay.
Now you gotta celebrate. That is big.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
That is big. In this day and age, and I don't want to get too much in the album because we're gonna do it at the end. Like, yo, what does a #1 album really mean, though? Like,
#1 album means like, it don't mean get comfortable. It means, for me, it means get more hungry because a lot of people choose to get comfortable after their #1 album, man. That just mean like you sleeping. And a lot of people slept on me. Speaking of sleeping, like a lot of people slept on me for like the past year, I felt like. And right now I'm about to go crazy. Right now I'm about to just do nothing but turn up right now.
But why do you feel like that is? So when you dropped the first album, people loved it. All the singles that came before it, there's a lot of momentum behind you, and I feel like you built like a pretty good core fan base. Like I know people who love you and they'll check for anything that you drop, but is it that you feel like you didn't release enough in the meantime, or?
Nah, I felt like that, but at the same time, I'm also the type of artist that go wait and drop. But now this era is crazy. This era is crazy because it's like a cycle. It's like a basketball game, 4 quarters for me. Every quarter, I feel like I got to drop now. But the way things work nowadays is like,
Do you feel that's
you
mandatory
gotta let
though?
it flow.
Because there's some artists who definitely
Nah,
flood, but we say artists who are like really good don't necessarily need to feel that pressure all the time.
I'm not gonna lie. I just want to hear Boogie talking shit. I'm gonna be really honest with y'all, just because, you know, like, again, I've been hearing like a lot of conversation, and until his album came out, like I felt like he shut a lot of doors, like all that, you know, because again, we in this era of it's like out of sight, out of mind. People they ready to write you off. Like one song they don't like, yo, this nigga's done. And honestly, like this dude dropped a phenomenal album. He's doing phenomenal numbers. #1 album this week.
I feel like that's what it's all about too when it comes to music. Some people could drop a song and it's a hit, it go crazy. I'm the type of artist, I drop a whole project and they tune in.
Yeah.
Or like,
You said like when you dropped this, it kind of, you know, everybody's comparing because I think like you've created the new sound of New York.
yeah.
You know, because a lot of the young kids, 2 years ago, if a kid is 17 or 18 and they got signed, they was tuned into his first project. And when y'all dropped that first project, y'all flooded. Not only did you flood with your project, but then you had like singles
flooded
like
the world with that shit.
yeah, like Regular Person, Bag on Me, all the shit that didn't make the project. You know what I'm saying? That you just had shit going on. So now that you're at this place with this album, do you feel like you set the record straight? Like I'm Boogie, don't compare me to everybody else.
I feel like I shut a lot of people up, but I still see a lot of people talking like I ain't do it. Like for me, like look, streaming rules.
90,000 first week, you ain't do it?
Streaming rules for me. Streaming rules nowadays right now, and people still looking at me like I ain't do it. Just cause they being cheap don't mean.
wait, hold on. Let's address that because, you know, I seen, yo, you celebrating last night, but I seen yesterday a bunch of the blogs, instead of running that, you got your #1, whether it's week 1, week 3, could be week 90. A #1's a #1.
Yeah, big fact.
I see some people focus on the fact that they're like, yo, well, he actually set the record for having the lowest actual sales versus streaming sales.
Facts.
Does that make you feel like, yo, they trying to discredit my win? They're basically saying you ain't really win.
It sound like they trying to discredit my shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck, but at the same time, it's like I don't give a fuck because I just went crazy.
I
I
agree.
just did 90 units in the first week, like 50 something the second week, 50 something again, like the
Great
same
numbers.
number.
And that's a step up from like 2 years ago when you first dropped the bigger artist. You did like 67, 70
I did
around
like,
the first.
like 67 my first album. The bigger artists are like 67.
Yo, keep it 100 with me. Did you think you were gonna do 90? And also, I have a theory of, I feel like the numbers that week, because you dropped in a week that was heavy with music.
Yeah.
You know, Savage dropped.
That's
you
what I
dropped
wanted
it,
to do too, cause
and Young Boy dropped. And I thought it would have hurt all of y'all, but I felt like it was such a musically rich week that
was
people
wild.
were tuned in. And to be honest, the music gonna speak at the end of the day. So like the numbers, you know, like
Exactly.
it's always gonna be there and it also lasts for a while.
You can't deny real music, like good music. You can't deny that shit, man. That shit live forever, for real.
Right.
Or a lot of songs in this album is like forever lasting. Or that's the beauty about me right there, like For real, for real.
Do you think it matters that people publishing about him not selling physical copies? Does that not mean that you have a young fan base, right? Streaming is the future. Does it even matter if you move physical copies anymore?
I mean, I did like, how many? I did like 83, like almost 100 million streams right now.
Yeah, so why do physicals even matter at this point?
That's what I'm saying.
It's kind of crazy with the way things are shifting, because physicals is like, if somebody gives you a CD right now, where can you put it?
In the garbage?
Like,
I'll take a vinyl though.
You know what's crazy? I ain't even sell no CDs. That's why it's like, it's
And
different.
you didn't package like.
If I sold CDs, I'd have sold more.
You didn't do clothing that counted as units
I
either.
did at the last minute. I did that.
Yeah.
You gotta get that in,
Yeah,
man.
but that
Hey,
ain't-
listen.
The
why
bundles,
not?
bro, you gotta get it, bro.
you gotta get those in.
Right,
I'm
right.
gonna keep it a buck too for me.
But you know,
I ain't
yo,
gonna
they
sneak-
give
I
him
ain't gonna
a,
sneak to it. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
they're getting an unfair knock, and I think just because they're trying to make it, they're trying to use him to kind of make a point about the streaming era. Like, I could tell y'all mad albums by mad artists where they sold, like, I could tell you, I know it off the top of my head. Takeoff did like 90,000. Like, his sales were 1,000. Like, the actual sales. Like, we're in a new time.
Like people actually
Yeah,
downloading
yeah,
it, but
it's-
I mean, people
yo,
just playing
Like, we
it.
in 2019.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, we in
Shout
a
out to
different era. You know what I mean?
2019,
Like,
yes.
I think the barometers of like you
whole
wanna.
nother wave.
Yeah.
Nother wave can't get in this back right now. Like,
Right.
if you ain't in it right now, it's like.
So
it's
you
slow
embracing
for
it?
I'm embracing this shit. It don't look like it because I'm not doing gimmicks and everything.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, good music speak for itself.
Right.
They gonna hear that. They gonna love that. All right.
The question: do you also attribute that to, you know how everybody makes the joke about you being the Mary J. Blige for the dudes? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fire, bro.
Having a heartache and all of that. But I mean, just having.
I love that. I love that. Like I love people comparing me to her, cause even though she a female, it's like it's fire. Cause I looked up to her when I was younger. Like I was bumping her music with my mom's in the whip. That shit's different now for me.
Yeah. I mean, you hear that in your music. Like you sampled even like before even Cardi had Care For Me that sampled Lauryn.
Yeah.
You had that first. You know what I mean? With damn, what's the name of that song? It's not Zion.
X Factor?
X Factor, right?
Yeah.
So do you let that seep into your music? A lot of your influences.
Yeah, a lot. Especially on this new project I'm making right now, Artist 2.0. I'm doing a lot of like little samples with old artists I like.
Got you.
I'm waiting for you to have that moment. You see, we have this nigga online right now. He wilding for his credit. He's like, yo, I basically helped pave the way for a lot of y'all. And Wayno, right, man. A lot of stuff like in New York right now, mad niggas sound like you, bro. Like that's you know, like how we were saying, like, and we've had this debate mad times. Like New York needs an updated sound. That you can't expect people to sound like the '90s and for the youth to rock with it. What is a sound that the youth is gonna rock with? And if we had to pick, it would be a sound that you have championed and you were the forefront for in New York. Like, do you kind of, you know, like, how do you look at it?
I
Do
look
you feel
at it
like you should get credit a little bit more?
Yeah, I feel like I make music that like people can't really catch on to at this era too, cause it's like they like that simple shit, that 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom shit. But I'm making shit that's complex for you, like mixing flows up, 8 different flows in a song. Who you know making 8 different flows in one song and could do it again in another song?
and I wanted to ask, like, cause I looked at some older videos and you had like the flows with people could say like you was rapping like a Jada Kiss or somebody. Like, how did when you was figuring out your shit? How did you like? What made you say, all right, I'm gonna fuse this singing shit or melody, but talk some real shit into it? Like, how was that process of you doing it?
It was a whole different, like, it was a whole process of it. First of all, I ain't never really given enough credit to Max B. First of all, shout out Max B on this one. Because I ain't gonna lie, man, he the wave.
Yeah.
He the wave. He
$1 Million Baby.
He gave me
mixtapes.
confidence to sing when I couldn't sing, man. Because I used to listen to a song like, this nigga can't sing, but this shit fire though.
Right.
He became my favorite rapper when I was like 13 years old. I started just making like melodies in my songs without even
Damn, I'm
singing.
old.
The credit
That's
thing
it, I'm
you bring
so
up
old.
is really interesting though, right? So
Yeah.
if younger artists are starting to sound like you, obviously it's because they look up to you and they like your style, just the way you
that's
look up to like a
beautiful.
Max B, but like then people start to get offended that they're not getting their credit. So
Yeah.
as an artist who have people sounding like you and you taking inspiration, what's the right way to give credit? Is it just like this in an interview giving them a shout out? Is it dropping them on the song?
That's a beautiful way. Anyway, for me, anyway, I don't want to recommend it, but anyway, it's beautiful. I feel like too also, as a person that a lot of people look up to, I feel like it's my choice to like just like let people ride the wave and then switch up. Let people ride the wave and then switch up. Feel me? Like, it ain't all about like competition all the time. It's just about fun. When it comes to me, just like how I like to get dressed. I like to get dressed on the. We were just talking about this shit. I like to get dressed on the regular. Like, I get dressed every day. I wake up in the morning, go to the supermarket, $20,000 outfit. I mean, swear to God.
What does A Boogie buy from the supermarket?
And they don't even got it.
You shop for organic vegetables
no
only?
supermarket.
I bought everything I would have bought when I was in the football. I was on the block. I bought all the cereals, all the motherfuckers.
So you haven't gone vegan yet?
I bought all these right here. Where they at?
Oh, you brought snacks with you?
Nah.
Oh, no, he's still buying the same snacks.
I took them from y'all. I saw them in the cut.
The Rice Krispie treat?
Yeah, the Rice Krispie treats is OD.
That last project before Hoodie season was International Arts, right?
Yeah. Man,
Like-
that shit was a failure for me, man.
Why do you consider it a failure,
Because I don't feel like
though?
I completed my goal with that. I feel like I completed
You know
my-
what? I'm from Jamaica, so like you feature some of the people who I like,
Legend.
Alkaline.
But look,
I'm
though,
on
I
some
didn't-
real though. I like those songs. I
didn't
really
do
like
it-
those songs.
I didn't do
Why
it
you
the
think
right
it's a
way
failure?
though. I
Why?
didn't do it the right way though, because it's like, it wasn't like, even though I'm trying to reach out to other fans, I gotta also do that through my fans. So I also gotta be myself.
Felt like you
Basically,
isolated them.
I target them too much. Like I targeted them too much. Like I wanted to do a Jamaican song with them,
Right.
This song with them, and I was trying to get in their lane instead of me being in my lane and they doing their thing and balancing it out more.
So you
'Cause I
think-
feel like I could do anything, but it's all about what people like out of me the most.
You think it would have worked
People
better if
pick
you would have
my name
had
here.
like the project like Hoodie Season and you would have implemented like maybe like 2 of those songs on there instead of like the whole project?
Yeah, exactly, something like that. Just staying in my lane and keep on flowing with it. That's why like sometimes it don't make sense to do features with some artists at a certain point in time, because like you could do a feature with them, but just dropping a song, you gotta have strategies with that shit. And that's certain things I learned going like along with the game and shit.
So you were really careful with the features you picked for Hoodie Season then?
Mm-hmm.
I know you said you were like,
It's not
pretty
about
good
being.
friends with-
It wasn't about being careful too. Like I really had a vibe with everybody that was on the album too. But other than that, the music was great. Like we didn't just make one song. Everybody made 2, 3 songs. We had options. Some of us made 10 songs, and everybody just had options for me.
Question is, Little Q, I just noticed this. That Little Q, is that the kid from y'all hood?
Yeah.
I was bugging because I remember seeing him before. Like I seen him on I think QP had posted up on his page one time. But I seen him and I kind of forgot about him. But I didn't know you put him on something. Like you think, isn't he like 15 or 14 or something like that?
He's sneaky coming up right now. I'm still trying to keep him in school and all that.
Got you.
He's sneaky coming up right now, trying to keep him focused at the same time. It ain't like I'm trying to hit him at like one time. Like he 15 years old.
Right.
I know how I feel for this shit to just come right there and you spending all this money, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yo, so if you was trying to get like just straight back in your pocket with this album, like did the label or anybody around you say, yo, listen, yeah, we know you getting back to what you do best, but yo, man, you better get the song with Juice WRLD. You gotta get it for the streams. Or
Yeah, they wanted me to drop like a banger, I guess.
yeah.
And like I said, that's cool. But I'm the type of artist that's like a whole project. Everybody gonna love that whole project out of me, especially the way it just flow. You know, every type of vibe you want. For real, any type of vibe you want, you can just go to a Boogie project.
Got you. We could go into that feature question there. Like remember?
feature question?
Off a 4-minute convo.
Oh yeah, go for it, Wayno.
Yeah, so I mean on 4-minute convo, you nah, seriously. I mean, so we was talking about 4-minute convo. Seems like a real personal song. Just you talking about everything you've gone through as your career being a professional, and you talking about Drake. You know, when saying, you know, thanking him for giving you the opportunity, but at the same time saying you was probably like ODing trying to get the feature from him.
Yeah,
and stuff like. So what was going on at that time? I wanted to know that just because you put it out there in the music.
It wasn't never no extra stuff. It was just that in my head, I always overthought things. I'm a Sagittarius, first of all, so I think we all overthink things. So
I didn't know that about Sagittarius. I thought fire signs were all just extra.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just me then, but at the time I was just brand new. Pulled me out to the Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Niggas, they know my song. I'm like, damn.
Don't tell me Drake sold you a dream, and Drake will do that.
Nah, he ain't sold me a dream because I felt like I would have failed if he sold me a dream. And like, I'm not looking for it for me, like handout or nothing, because I feel like if you could do it by yourself, you a tough motherfucker. Like that's why I try certain things. Like you could do certain things by yourself, you really a tough nigga. Like that ass.
Right.
Like me dropping in December after everybody slept on me for all that time. I dropped in December with most of the hottest artists right now and still kill. For me, it's crazy right now.
That's dope.
We got a couple fan questions for you because, yeah, when you're not dropping music, you sort of lay low. You post on Instagram every once in a while, but you're never out here doing the most. So the first one is, do you guys believe these online antics will continue to be fuel for artists to promote music? Or again, is this just a phase we're going through in 2018? Obviously, this has been going on for a while. People have always been acting crazy for publicity. Do you ever feel tempted to do wild shit on the internet so people pay more attention?
Nah, I don't ever feel tempted. If I ever feel like I gotta go on the internet and do that and step outside of my box, I feel like I'm just like, I'm selling my soul. That's how I feel, because I'm saying it's cool for other people, because that's already their lane and everything, but for me, I came in this game, me.
Right.
And I'm staying like this. I'm not gonna change, because I want money. I'm gonna make money for me. Music ain't the for me.
I think the
Ain't
difference
the only
between you and a
bag.
bunch of artists is that, like, you haven't seen the point where the music wasn't good enough by itself. That's the point that fucks people up. When you feel like you're putting your best foot forward on the music side and it still need a little extra over the edge, that's when you see people start doing the most. Otherwise, like, your music, fortunately for you, like, you drop it, people really receive it, and then you don't have to do the extra sheets, so you could just be you.
But you're also using best pretty loosely, right? It's like their version of best, where it seems like some people like can put a little bit more time and effort into the music, right?
As opposed to the antics.
As opposed to just focusing on the
Yeah.
antics and half-assing the music.
I mean, some niggas just, like, listen, some people's talent might be in the gimmicks too. Like, that's like, we gotta keep it real. Like,
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, speaking of that, 6ix9ine is a talented ass nigga. Word of my mother, this nigga talented as shit, bro.
I think he could
When
have
it
been an
comes to
actor,
motherfucking
comedian,
truth,
and a
think everything
You
of
know
it.
what
When it
I'm
comes to
saying?
trolling, he top 3. Like, I don't know no order or nothing, but he's gotta be top 3 when it comes to trolling, period. And just strategizing that shit. Every day you probably got a player for a post.
Damn.
Nah, he did. Like during that time though, did that ever make you feel like, damn, yo, I'm seeing how the heat is going up with how he's matching the music and that. Maybe I should, you know, like you're a pretty reserved person. Maybe I shouldn't, like, maybe not do all the gimmick shit, like, but like, maybe I got to start using social media a little bit different, because he was using social media on some wild shit.
Everybody always telling me like, yo, why you don't get on Instagram? Why you don't get on Instagram? I just be working so hard. Not just music, I work hard on everything I do. Because you got to put the same effort into everything you do the same, or you're not going to do that shit.
But I mean, early on, I feel like you did use social media a lot, because you were one of the first people. I remember, I told you before, like, my oldest daughter put me on your music. And I remember, like, every time somebody would do a video, like Snapchat or, you know, an Insta story, you would repost it.
Yeah,
so it's like that, I mean, without
that was
the gimmicks.
that was that hungerness too. Like, at the same time, it's not all about just like, it's about showing love too. Like, it's not all about just you being hungry. It's about really like that genuine feeling too about things for me.
Right.
And when it comes to my fans, first of all, I love like interacting with them in a certain type of way. First of all, like, I got like a whole different, I got a chat for my fans right now.
Wow.
It's dumb loud right now. I got a
You be
chat
in
for
there?
my fans. Yeah, I be in there.
Oh, that's dope.
I'm the only person that be in it, I swear to God.
Are you on Twitch too, like this guy?
No,
I don't know
I
nothing
understand.
about Twitch.
I understand that, like, yo, you gotta have that closer connection. Like,
Yeah, I really talk to them. Like, I really be having conversations with them.
what type of
For the
conversation?
past, like, about what they
What they
asking
like,
them
what they don't like, bro?
yeah, asking them questions. They ask me questions, and it's about like showing love. Like I said, that genuine feeling, and having people follow you. That core fan base just follow you forever, for real.
Nah, that's
Shout out to the Hoodie
important.
gang one time too. Hoodie gang.
That's mad important. Like, a lot of times people, like, the more you elevate, like, you stop realizing why you had those like 100 fans who used to go crazy for your stuff online.
Facts.
Like, now you're just starting to please wherever you start to see numbers coming in. Oh wait, they love me in the UK for this song. All right, let me start making some songs like this. Not
Exactly.
realizing that that's not really a core fan base. That's just someone or a bunch of people who just like one particular song.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
dope.
And they might not even know your face and shit. That shit crazy. Or when I first started going overseas, it was crazy because they didn't even know who I was, but they know my songs, and they looking at me like, yo, who is this nigga shit? I go on the stage, start turning up. They rocking with me though. They rocking with me, but they hear like songs like Timeless, My Shit, Jungle, Drowning. They start going crazy overseas. It's crazy, but
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like this album right here is going.
That's something we discussed on the show, because we always debated, like, with the way people respect you as an artist.
Yeah.
Was it because your music was bigger than your brand? But it seems like in the past, like, 6 or 7 months, like you've been stepping your brand up, like you partner with Puma, you doing more like community give backs, playing video games against ACT. You know what I mean? Just I've been seeing a lot more things.
Yeah, it's just like I'm stepping outside of my shell a little more now. It's like I never really, for me, came out into the real world and really into the cameras and all that like that. So I'm stepping out to the real world now.
Does it feel comfortable, or do you feel like you're still pushing
Nah,
yourself to do it?
I'm still pushing myself to do it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm still pushing myself to do it. I hate doing this shit sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. But you gotta do it though. It's like
you finally feel
do.
comfortable now saying, yeah, you the hottest nigga in New York, bro.
I'm the hottest nigga in New York, yeah.
You gotta say
Or
that
you
loud.
one of the hottest
I ain't
niggas,
gonna lie.
period, though.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been felt like it was all about like certain details with it though. Like you see how when it came to me and 6ix9ine when he was out and shit, like me and him was two whole different artists.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like me and him had the same lane and we racing. Me and him is in like two whole different lanes right now. Like it's like he on a whole wild boy doing crazy shit. I'm over here just cooling like on some regular shit for me.
I feel it's
And
so
the music too, like the music different too. Like he's making music just. Remember his first shit when he made it really to go around for me overseas and shit.
Yeah.
He ain't make it for nobody in America.
Yeah.
All that riot music and shit.
Yeah.
Like for me, you ain't see me on that type of time, and I'm on some R&B, hip hop, some shit that make you cry, some shit that make you get in your bags. Shit for me.
Yeah, I feel, and that's the reason why I regionalized to New York. I can't remember the last New York male rapper. Like we know Cardi and Nicki. Cardi got a #1. I can't remember the last time a New York rapper got #1. Unless I'm
that's
tripping.
crazy.
Like I can't remember it. I remember when
Niggas is sleep,
New York,
wake up.
New York rappers
Fuck
used to
up.
get #1 all the time, but I can't remember in recent history who was the last person. Maybe somebody slipped my mind, and I apologize if it is. But really, that's what I'm saying. You're restoring also the feeling in that type of way where, like, people be like, "Yo, that's how New York is coming."
But I want to know this, like, what did you and your team do differently this time? You know, like that's the
we
biggest
listened
thing.
we went with our own motherfucking like thoughts, like other opinions and everything is cool, but it gets too like crazy sometimes, and you really gotta go with your own guts, and that's how I felt about this shit right here. I was making songs for a whole year, but then the last month I made the Hoodie SZN album. Just those last 30 days type shit for me. It wasn't like I took a whole year to make the album.
Right.
I made the album, yeah, like a year.
And with finishing that, like what you doing that album, I know a lot of it was done like in Atlanta, right?
Most of that shit was done in Atlanta.
Most of it was done in Atlanta, right? Do you feel like just to get a vibe of shit, like do you think creativity wise, New York is stuck? Just like, you know, in Mean Street, they facilities is just different. People come through a little bit different. Do you think that like our facilities a bit pull us back?
Yeah, it's a whole different story. You come to New York, first of all, the engineers is just starting to get their game up in New York. Like a few months ago, like 6 months ago, I went to every studio and out here, and there was no good engineers. They was all trash.
How does that happen though? How's that possible?
Cause it's like you gotta like, you know how 1995 was probably no auto-tune, this and that, and they going by the rules and everything. You go to school, engineering. Nowadays it's a whole different thing. You don't need to go to school. You go on YouTube and you learn how to catch on what people doing right now. Like right now we recording live with everything on. For me, everybody, all the rappers know what I'm talking about. For me, like recording different and really having that quality too. Like not just having an engineer that know how to just press the button, really tweak that shit. Ain't all about just recording, making a song, music.
When you was doing it, was there a lot of different like producers coming through, just giving you stuff? Because I know it's for us to get these 20, I know you had to make at least 50.
Wait, hold on though.
50.
Well, like, so when you go to Atlanta, you feel like those engineers are more updated in terms of like crafting the sound. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, they more quicker. They faster. Yeah, they faster. Their engineers is way more faster than the New York engineers. Like, I ain't shitting on nobody. I'm just talking facts so they can step their game up for me. This is my city. I want them niggas to, for me, get better. Like
A little bit progressive. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. What you saying?
All right.
No, I was just talking about like when you recorded this. I said 50. You said like 100. So it's like how is it breaking the album down? Like how did you pick these 20? Was it just you? Was it
That was my whole
you
team.
everybody?
Hell yeah, me, QP, Bubba, Sal, Sosa,
Yeah.
Trap. We was all into it. we was all into it, and like it was a lot of like headaches.
But you produced a lot on this too, right? Doing with all the clearances, you producing 6ix9ine in the studio when you said he was trying to sing on the track instead of scream.
Nah, I don't look at it like that. Like, people always try to take a lot of credit, and I feel like, nah, man, nah, it's not like that. If I'm in the studio and I'm recording something and I say a word and somebody say, yo, this word sound better, I'm not looking at it like, oh, he wrote for me. It's not, it's my bro, he just helped me real quick.
He giving a suggestion?
Yeah, give me a suggestion. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So as you're out of your shell more this year and more present, how do you deal with bad publicity? This was another fan question. Do you feel, is bad publicity better than good publicity at this point in hip hop? And I really think it varies by the artist, but how do you deal with bad publicity?
I was about to say that. When it comes to like, it depends on the artist. When it comes to like a wild artist, of course bad publicity is the best publicity. Like Soulja Boy, for example, where he could do anything, I feel like, and everybody's gonna get to see it. So it's good publicity because it's like, it's marketing.
I don't know if that's good publicity.
I feel like you and Joe always told me to lean into it, right?
You don't look at it like that, right?
No. Well,
think about it. His name is trending everywhere right now. He's like
good publicity to me for a musician.
Yeah.
Like if he a comedian,
musician is different.
Yeah, if you're a comedian,
I don't really look at him as a musician.
If he sells some comedy tickets, I go watch him do comedy. But for music, like. It could be bad publicity, but it could be good publicity if people checking out your music.
Nah.
Like even though
when it comes to that manufactured shit, I feel like it's not music no more. Music gotta come from like your heart and shit for real though. Like you can make songs that's like turned up, like I said, but music gotta come from your soul sometime, man. That shit get real.
Yeah, but like if a situation, it could be embarrassing to happen in your life that brings still attention to your music.
Yeah.
You know, that might be some bad publicity, but at least like in terms of your career, it's probably good that people checking out your music. I be just watching on Instagram a lot of times, especially for the newer artists. Sometimes there's a couple niggas I even post I've never heard a song by. You feel me? So like they're called rappers, but some of the publicity they're getting, I don't know if it's good publicity because it's not driving people to go listen to your music.
Yeah.
If it's just driving people to just go to your page.
Yeah, I just seen it.
That's why I'm saying it's different brackets. Like, you can't really compare all the artists to everybody nowadays.
Yeah, publicity is a crazy thing. 'Cause I just seen some dude like beat up a security guard in Fridays, like some viral video, and then I went on his page and this nigga has a mixtape. But I'm pretty sure nobody like cares that he has a mixtape.
They clicked on the video, facts.
Yeah, it's a fine line with publicity now, you know.
But I mean, the bigger you get as an artist, the more famous obviously you're gonna get, the more headlines you're gonna see that are probably not true. How do you deal with it? Whenever people write terrible shit about me, I tend to just disappear from the internet till they're over it. Joe and Akademiks would always tell me, it's cool, every time someone talks about you, consider it like another dollar earned. I don't do the same thing, but what's your strategy
I'm
if
different.
you're a bad
When they
headline?
talking about me, I'm imagining they're searching me, they're watching a video of mine. Income gonna come in. You feel me? Like
Exactly.
I guess this is of course a great question for Boogie because like you don't want people to be spreading lies about you or talking about the wrong thing, like taking away from the music. Like right now you got your album out.
Yeah.
Say I don't know, there was an altercation at the club last night. All they're talking about is the altercation in the club. Not your album no more. It's about what happened at the club.
Yeah,
that might just distract people from what you really want them to focus on, right?
I guess that depends more on the person too, as well. It's like, and I mean this in no disrespect. You haven't been like a person that's been into the bullshit. Like I've been watching you for like 2.5 years.
I'm a good boy, man.
You know what I'm saying? No, but exactly. So it seemed like you're more centered on just having a clean brand as to for kids to look up to, like not talking about the wrong shit. So when things do happen, that kind of helps in a sense. If he was at the club and some bad shit happened, he like, well, we know that he's not a part of none of that.
That's why it's crazy though too, because if I get into one altercation tomorrow, everybody gonna look at me like a bad guy, because I don't get into altercations and.
Right.
But if a wild person get into altercation, everything good. I'm gonna be motherfucking canceled. He's gonna cancel my shows. He's gonna
yeah, that shit's
cancel you on Twitter. That's the worst cancellation these days. Hey, but like, how do you avoid that though? Like, it's so uncommon that you see someone that is as big as an artist as you, like, kind of still fly under the radar. You don't see, like, of course you be between here and Atlanta, but you don't see like hip hop cops fucking with you when you here, or like you always in the news for some shit, or like we rarely see like those negative headlines about you.
You just gotta keep your nose clean, man, for real. Like, you don't get that many chances, especially out here in New York.
Oh, they
Man, I seen one.
quick.
I seen what happened.
Yeah.
Like, and what else can I say? I seen what happened. I see what happens when you do wrong in New York. You could probably be from the South and act crazy, and you know not happen. But yeah, you know.
All right, so I had a question, right? So you got artists, you got A Boogie, right? And then I looked up A Light. You know what I mean? Like, I did some homework.
A Light, what's that?
Yeah, he could tell you.
Yeah, he found my video Get Light.
Yeah.
A Light.
He don't know
Break
what
it down.
he's not
Nah,
from
you
where we're
don't
from. He
wanna
doesn't
break
know
it
what Getting
down,
Light
man.
is. Can we
You gotta
enlighten?
break it.
Getting Light is dancing.
Oh, word.
Getting Light is dancing.
Yeah.
Getting Light is dancing. But what I wanted to know is, like, when you were A Light, you know what I mean? You was known for that.
I was A Real.
A Real?
A Real.
I thought it was A Light.
Nah, it probably nah.
All right, cool. I seen someone A Light. But when at that time when you was A Real and you was did you envision yourself being this big? Did you envision yourself like one day becoming an artist and one day being respected and for all these types of things?
I always pictured myself in the same place I always saw. High Bridge.
Wow. So how did you get by that? I mean, that's a hard thing, like coming from the hood and waking up every day. And a lot of times you come outside, you don't see the most influential shit. So how were you able to look past that and
like,
become A Boogie?
I feel like it's not really influential shit. It's more like motivation when it comes to being in the hood. It's like living bad. You don't want to live good.
Right.
And it's like I feel like we not made to like really win in like the Bronx and shit.
Yeah.
New York and shit. Some places in New York, I feel like we not made to win. It's just it makes us stronger though. So when we do win, nobody can beat us. I mean, for real.
Do you want to do anything beyond music?
Yeah.
A Boogie the actor?
I don't want to talk about it till I do it though. That's the type of
This
nigga.
nigga gonna put on a real ghetto fashion show, man. I can tell you, man. It's gonna be all.
The first fashion week in the
This
Bronx.
nigga could be like a stylist, man.
I could be your
Yo,
stylist.
you definitely
Please
could. I be
do.
listening to his music and
Please
I'm
style
like,
him.
like I be Googling the shit after he says, like, what the fuck cost this amount? I had to really Google it. You know me, I gotta check up, make sure
Matter of
he's
fact-
actually speaking facts on what they saying.
Matter of fact,
with
man,
the
what's
price of
good?
shit up.
Let me be your stylist.
Nah, for real, I'm down.
Listen,
I'll
you
be your
should've-
stylist for 1 weekend.
You change
Please,
his life.
listen.
Do it for weekdays.
You should have seen he came in
You
there
gotta
with an
go to the club
off-white
both
jacket with
days to
some
get
Nike
free.
Flight 89s looking crazy.
We know listen to this guy.
Like looking
I mean,
crazy.
You gotta,
talking about.
you
Don't
gotta
listen
put
to
it
this
together. We gotta put it together, man.
You got a lot more
You doing
money
alright
than
today,
me, man.
man.
You just
All
you
black.
just you can't lose
Can't
it all
go
black,
wrong.
nigga.
Man, you
That's
can't
all
go
right,
wrong
all
with all
black.
black.
Hey, yo, nigga, you getting way more money than me. Like you
It's not
dropping
about money.
10,000 on jackets.
It's
got-
not about money.
Listen,
I got this.
Bro,
Shout out to damn.
price your shit out.
It's a
nigga.
shame I forgot his name right now. I was up for 3 days. I'm sorry.
How much
Tommy
this shit
Hilfiger son made this jacket. This is a gift.
It's a gift.
Yeah, that shit
This
is
is
that
a
shit
gift.
fire.
This is fire right here. This is one of my favorite jackets already. And
Michael Mary's.
yeah, and I got a lot of jackets. I got a lot of jackets.
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
some of
make
these shits I
every
only hear
one.
about the songs. I only heard about that shit because Meek Mill say he put 8,000 in it. That's it.
Well, what?
And it's whatever it's called.
Oh, Michael Mary's?
Yeah, nigga, I don't be watching.
Mary,
Y'all
yeah.
be in the stores with that
Me
shit.
and Mike and Mary about to go to Paris. Speaking of that too, like Mike and Mary really the homie.
I wanted to know that because it's like I see like Michael Mary jeans cost anywhere between 800, like 1,800, 2,000, right? So I always wanted to know, like,
Right.
huh?
Wow.
Now I
You
be
go
I be
crazy
knowing a
with
lot of
crazy
shit. So
shit.
what I wanted to know is like because we always talk about like a Gucci not embracing like you know the hood or Louis Vuitton waiting
embracing
to
the culture.
Yeah, not embracing the culture or people in the culture. But to hear you and Mike and Mary doing stuff, that's kind of big.
Exactly, and that's why I really rock with him because it's not about him just showing me love personally. It's about, like you said, the culture, and it's like the hip hop culture, period. And we all rocking Mike and Mary. He shot us out, and he put us on the page and everything. And now look, we going to Paris. We going to his show, and we got to go to the Dior show. We got to go to the RD show. We got for me.
We're gonna see you front
Moving
row.
right now.
I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to
yeah,
these
yeah.
pictures now.
You gonna see a couple, couple.
Oh
crazy
man, I
fits.
can't imagine him in the room pinning up shit. Like,
The Paris Fashion Week lookbook.
right.
Nah, but for real though, is fashion something that outside of music you would probably wanna, you know, like?
Yeah, I just realized I'm naturally really like, I'm not even just saying this. I'm really like naturally, fashion just it's like a sport.
Right.
I'm naturally just, I get dressed and I love it. Like, it take me like 20 minutes probably to get a fit together, but when I put it together, it's like, damn, look what I just did.
Was that some of, but when you was A-Real, was that some of the motivation, like wanting to be able to do shit like that? Because you couldn't always do that.
Nah,
Was
it was like motivation because it was around me. I was going to high school and I seen, for me, it was like the getting money niggas up here, middle class, and for me, I was on the bottom, like,
Right.
I mean, nickel dominant, like.
Can you drop a line in Macy's that I could go cop and look better every day? By himself.
Macy's.
By himself.
I don't even go to
Accessible fashion. Where do you shop at?
I go to Neiman Marcus.
Oh,
Trust me.
excuse me. Yeah,
I feel
right.
like
I
when
just
it
can't
come
put
to-
shit together.
If I got a sporting brand, yeah.
Sporting brand.
Yeah, like, for real,
you
like,
get an Aka sweatsuit, he'd be all right.
yeah, under,
Man,
like,
let's give
under
it a pool
sport
fit, man.
brands.
No, but Boogie, like going a little bit back, right? Like when you made like a record like Money Over Everything, right?
Yeah.
Like that's one of my favorite joints from you. When you made that record, you weren't a father at that time.
Nah.
Right? So like you being a father now, I mean, you know how family is everything, but when you become a father, you start looking at things totally different. Do you still have that same like mindset when you made Money Over Everything?
Nah, but I love money still. Like, I love money so much. It's fucked up how much I love it. Like, I'm not gonna say I do stupid shit for money, but I want it so much. I want more and more and more.
But you got a lot now, bro.
Nah, cause it's crazy. That's why it's crazy. Cause every time I make more money, it's
You gotta
it's not
spend
a
more.
lot. Yeah, it's
Do
not
you
a
see
lot.
CEO in your future? Are you going to own your own businesses? I know you don't want to give too many details, but owning things is the best way to
Yeah.
earn more money, right?
Best answer for you, yes. Yes.
All right.
When
we'll
it's
find
done,
out one
when it's
day.
done, it's gonna be exposed when it's done.
Okay.
But some of them not, cause it might be done after I expose it.
Hip hop billionaire. Who's on
Hey,
that
look.
list right now? Is it still
Ooh.
just one person? Who are the hip
Hov
hop
and Dr.
billionaires?
Dre.
Is Jay on there
Man, what
yet?
we gonna see?
Him and Beyonce together.
Yeah, we want to see you up there. Yeah.
I don't want people to know I'm a billionaire.
That's
You
true.
don't want to be on the Forbes list?
I want to just look like a rapper that act like he get money and shit. I mean, my jeans is dirty as shit. I wore these shits for like 4 days.
That's
Staying
what
up for
time you
3-4
on. You on the
days is
grind,
pretty
nigga.
Impressive.
Ain't nothing
Not
wrong
gonna
with that.
lie.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But like, all right,
I had to switch up fits and shit.
even going into that and taking it into music, like a couple years ago, all you wanted to do was be on the charts. All you wanted to do is like have platinum records. You achieved all of that now. So it's like that's a goal you had almost 3 years ago. What's the next goals?
And it's not.
We
even,
know you're gonna get money,
It's
but
not
like,
even goals no more. It's just plans now.
okay,
Cause it's like, I got my start off money. What's the goal? Do it. For real, like, if you want to do real estate, 10%, 20%, whatever you want to do, that's it down.
right.
Music wise, is there anybody you ain't work with yet that you're like, man, yo, either for the next project or coming in the future, I gotta lock in with that person? Because it seems like you're self-sufficient. You don't really need niggas,
I don't want to work with people no more. I don't want to work with artists no more. I'm doing my next album by myself, and I decided that I'm not gonna do any more features until further notice.
Why?
I gotta work on myself more before I really, cause my fans love me for myself. Not they don't like me on features that much. I could drop probably somebody else could probably drop a single with me on it, and it's their song, but I don't really want to drop nothing with nobody like right now. It's just me. I want them to hear me. I don't want them to feel like I'm cheating. I'm doing this and that. I want to be the cheat code. If you want to beat the goat, you gotta beat the goat.
So there's no artist that like you look up to or like you know.
Nah,
just
everybody dead meat. I look up to like Adele and Riri though. I want to do a song with them.
You and Riri would be amazing.
Bye.
Yeah.
I
Adele,
don't know if
can't
she
pick.
realized it, but it would really, really, really be crazy.
Yo,
for some reason I could hear you and The Weeknd on the track.
Me too. I hit the Weekend up, but then they was like, "Nah, you got a link Weekend and shit." And I was like, "Damn, man."
He's
What,
like
they
you.
curse?
I be busy. Nah, they ain't really curve me.
Oh.
It's all about like I said too. It's all about relationships too sometimes.
Yeah.
And I never really like linked up
Yeah.
with Weekend. I never even met Weekend.
What?
Yeah, I never met Weekend before. I just tried to get a feature through Belly because
Because that's the homie, right?
Yeah,
Belly's
but-
cool.
Nah, I still listen to Weekend till this day though. It's not like for me. I got mad because I couldn't get a feature with him. That last shit he dropped was crazy.
Right.
Right, especially with that video he did with that bat with the bats and the effects in it. It's crazy.
Are you gonna do an album where you all singing? Or will
Speaking
you
of that-
attempt that?
Speaking of that, that's kind of what artists is, cause I'm dropping the EP before I drop Artist 2.0, so they can hear a little more A Boogie. I'm doing A Boogie versus Artist.
Okay.
And then I'm dropping Artist 2.0. And I got some of the best songs, man. Got some of the best songs in my life right now, just sitting there, waiting to just boom. I'm gonna show y'all one of them just after this shit.
Yo, so if I'm hearing correctly, it sounds like you got a bunch of projects coming this year, yo. Like, do you think that it might get to the point that's like, yo, you putting out too much shit?
As long as the flow flows correctly, you feel me? Like, I gotta let Hoodie SZN rock, so my plan kind of ruined. I got backup plans, so it's not like I'm gonna be.
You gotta push it back a little bit right now, because Hoodie SZN
if I gotta
looks
put
like
something back, I gotta put something
it's
back.
gonna last for another month too.
I want that thing to go platinum, to be honest, really, before I start going crazy again. So yeah, everybody watching this, keep on, boom, boom, boom. Matter of fact, stop being so damn cheap. I got 83, 86 million streams. I need niggas to go buy that shit, man.
But you know, though, I think like when you promote the album, like you just want people to go check it out. Like
Right,
I think if artists I think if artists or even the labels like emphasize,
You should be my
like,
promoter.
for real, man. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's the percentage looking like?
You gotta delete everybody off your page, just put me on there.
Right.
No,
I'm
for
gonna
real.
give you like five. I'm gonna give you like 5 something.
5%?
Nah, 5 something. You don't gotta worry
5
about
something.
that.
You don't know what
That's
the
it.
5 is.
So it
Yeah.
gotta be like percent, man.
Might be
I know
$550.
I know the check looking like for this nigga. But for real though, I feel like if artists, you know, like some of the artists, like Taylor Swift back in the day, or like a couple years ago, she was like, yo, the thing she don't like about streaming is that streaming don't get you paid as well as if someone went and bought the actual songs. So I always look at it like, yo, if I'm an artist, yeah, consumption is consumption. So streaming or not, y'all gonna check it out. But still, I'm gonna still put a little emphasis on, yo, go buy the single, go on iTunes, purchase the album. You get me? Or, you know, clearly not bundles is a thing you purchase.
Man, numbers speak for itself.
Right.
Yeah.
I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is a crazy example too, because she has a totally different demo than rappers. She still sells 2 million physical copies. Like in country, they go buy CDs and put that shit in their car.
That's why I gotta sell some CDs. I'm tripping, man. Cause I didn't think they really buy CDs anywhere.
Ain't nobody buy no CDs, A Boogie.
Shit, I mean, but Taylor Swift, that's different.
Cassette tapes I was thinking of for the jails.
Yeah, I mean that's always good. But even in jails, they got tablets now.
They be streaming.
Yeah, like a few of my homies got tablets.
Towards sales.
Yeah, that would be in physical
I feel like
sales.
people buy that more than they buy CDs now.
What?
I buy those vinyls.
Vinyls?
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't even name a place to go get a CD. Like I literally
Target.
cannot. Target?
No, but where do you play it?
Really? Best Buy stopped selling them, right?
They probably got old CDs though.
I remember they had FYE. They shut that shit down.
You gotta put that shit in your PS4 or something. Like, I don't know
Michael
what.
Jackson CDs and shit. Them
My
shit.
my computer don't take CDs.
Right.
My car don't take CDs. Like, where I'm gonna put it?
All right, Michael
Just
Jackson.
spin it?
If you brought it up, my nigga, the rapping Michael Jackson shit. Like, where did that come from?
I feel like it's just in my voice, not like
It
in the
is.
whole package. I don't got that dance shit.
I was just about to say, can you?
You know how to get light? You might throw some moves on it.
I don't like dancing.
I thought you said
No
as
more?
A-Real he was also a dancer. No?
Yeah, I used to be like getting light, but that was like some Bronx shit. Everything, it was crazy before like all the street shit was happening in the Bronx. I feel like for a little moment in my era, it was just straight dancing. Niggas would pull up to a nigga
Dance
hood.
battle.
Like, yo, what's up?
Yeah, exactly.
Niggas start getting crazy as shit. But nowadays it's just boom. So,
It's different.
Should bring that back. All right.
well, I ain't gonna lie. Me and Kid the Wiz was talking about that. Shout out to Kid the Wiz, man. He goes crazy.
Yeah.
He goes crazy. Yeah, shout out to Kid the Wiz. Yeah, he got to do a motherfucking video for me, man.
All right.
That video for me, bro.
Hey, you be like listening to and like studying Michael Jackson music though, because like there's a lot of like certain cadences, and even like you can tell by even the samples you use, like
Yeah, man.
like you rock with him, and also like you sound similar to what he achieved, just in your own lane.
Yeah, I feel like it's about like I got that. I don't got a deep voice, and it's so like when I sing or whatever you want to call it, I rap with a melody, whatever you want to call it. It's just it comes out in all type of different ways. Sometimes it come out raspy like Michael, like with the breaths and all that. So that's when I do probably a Michael bag, and I try to make it sound as much like normal as I can, like as most like. Nobody ever tried that, matter of fact. Did anybody ever try that?
Or try to implement his like sound into
I'm
rap.
about to say as most people would, but did anybody ever sample a Michael Jackson track?
Yeah, tons of people.
Besides Drake?
Yeah, H to the Izzo, Kanye, Michael Jackson, a lot of his.
Weekend sample like 2 or 3.
Yeah, a lot of my.
He also sounds a lot like
I would
you.
never even think of attempting it if I didn't make that
I'm wondering how you got that cleared.
Yeah, and did they try to kill you in the pub? Yeah, did they try to kill you with it?
I'm eating off of that.
Like,
Believe it or not, I'm eating off of everybody. We sharing, but
You gotta be Paris Jackson who's controlling over there now.
I just
keep
want to
fighting.
thank them for clearing that, man.
yeah, that's a hard clearance.
I ain't even care if I did eat off it, but
Right.
thank God I am.
I know that's a tough clearance because like what was it? Remember the time that you said?
Remember the time and You Rock My World.
Dog.
Yeah.
Da.
Remember the time? I remember when that shit came out like that. So was it a lot of writers on that joint?
Nah, you know what's crazy? I want to get this clear right now. On Spotify, I was looking, right? I don't know what this is about either. I got to ask somebody before I probably talk about it, but fuck that. I was looking on Spotify, because as a fan, I would think the same thing. I look at details, and on the writer part, it say a whole bunch of different names in my shit.
I can tell you why though.
I don't know, why?
I'm gonna tell you why, because whenever you clear the record, right? Whenever you clear the record, these people, they have a portion of the ownership of the publishing side. Whomever wrote on the record, so like when I don't know if Quincy Jones might have did that record or not, but you know Quincy Jones, he used to like, the way he produced was he kind of orchestrated. So he had 5 different people. It might have been a nigga playing strings on there. Everybody got a piece of it.
So if they made the beat?
Yeah, so whomever was on
So
that
they
record.
counted as it says writing under the producers.
Yeah, they put it under the so like when Drake
Man,
did
I don't
Nice
like
for
that
What.
shit, cause it look like niggas is writing my shit, man.
Nah, but people know.
I go
But
in
like,
the booth and I just say the words and
so you see like when Drake did
Shit is so
Is
easy,
It Nice
nigga.
for What, and they
I feel
sampled
that.
Nice for What sampled Lauryn Hill, but it sampled Can It Be That was also simple by Wu-Tang Clan. So Raekwon and Ghostface is on Drake's credits. They didn't write the record, but they sampled it. So they got to give them the credit in there.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Yeah, that's respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your top 3 off the album?
My top 3 of the album. That's like the hardest question you probably gonna ask me in this whole interview. 'Cause it took me a long time to choose those motherfucking 19 songs.
Does it fluctuate? Like, because you probably still listen to it.
I like Beastie.
That's my favorite joint.
Beastie is crazy. I'm about to shoot that video in one of these days, but
That's my favorite joint.
Beastie, Voices in My Head, and man, there's so many I can't even. I like Just Like Me too.
What's your favorite joint, Zach?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I be listening to singles, bro. Like, I love Joe with him and 6ix9ine. Come on now. Don't do that to me.
Surprise! Spoiler alert.
I love that Star Tenders track.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I get tired of them motherfucking like the ones that go the craziest.
And
I
that,
like the ones that's like on the bottom for some reason.
Yeah.
and that 4-minute track, because I love introspective songs like that. I like when, you know, and that Juice WRLD track is cool too. But like that,
In fact, that Juice WRLD shit, we blend, our voices blend together crazy.
Yeah.
You see how like when the hook came in, it sounded like, for me, it sounded like some whole other bridge shit.
Yeah.
But I love introspective songs, and like I felt like when he played that shit for me like before. He played at Rutgers, and I was like, this it. You get me? I like when artists get to that point of like reflecting on everything they've been through. Like, I don't know, it does it because it's like an update on your life. You know, he had the 3-minute joint before, of course. So.
Right, I went out to the fucking Funk Flex radio station before I dropped the album to spit that shit. I got nervous and shit because I knew I was about to say I ain't never say nobody's name in the song and none of that shit. I knew I was about to say Drizzy and Future name and 6ix9ine and everybody name in the song. So I'm over here just like, damn, man, I don't know what the fuck to say right now. I was about to switch the whole thing up, but then Flex was like, nah, man, go crazy.
Why? Because people was gonna hear it on the album? Was that why? Or?
That was one of the reasons, but then I just never knew if I really wanted to.
Yeah, you never said nobody's name before, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people used to do that. Like, would say something on radio and it would be something on their album.
Yeah, you know what made me say fuck it? Meek.
Mm.
When I was younger, I was like a big ass Meek fan, especially when he had for me the cornrows, when he had that freestyle in front of the whip.
Yeah.
O'Malley and shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he was going crazy back then, and I was just a fan of rap right then. That was when I was a fan of nothing, just rap, hip hop, straight rap.
Well, it's nice to see you level up. Congrats on having the #1 album in the country.
You.
Tell us one more time what you have coming to the bigger artists and also an EP.
A Boogie versus Artist, man.
Okay.
We battling. This is Artist.
This is Artist right here.
Yeah, I don't got my hoodie on today, but yeah, next time y'all gonna see the hoodie.
Yeah, bring some hoodies
shit
for us
about
next time too.
I know. Go check out Hoodie SZN. It's out right now. A Boogie. Thank you.
Ready, man.
Help our brother
Everyday
Akademiks
struggle.
here.
Hey,
Yeah, we gotta put that together. I need to be there. I need
No, we definitely gotta do
Jonathan
this.
Just
Pack,
style
yo.
one outfit, one episode. That's
Now
it.
we gotta do this, yo. This ain't
My
gonna
man
happen.
Jonathan Pack, man. Me and my man Jonathan Pack. We gonna go to, matter of fact, we gonna talk after this. Me, Jonathan Pack, you, Patient of the New. Let's go. We gonna
Guys.
close the whole store for you.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's gonna be hilarious. Get him in some Michael
Listen,
Marys.
I'm gonna give you the budget.
Give
Budget
him
on
budget.
me.
Shit, you getting sponsored, Ak?
Sponsored by A.
Hey,
Sponsored by A.
wait. So, like, are you think you getting the #1 album again this week or what?
Yeah.
All right. I like the confidence,
There we
man.
go.
I like the
No doubt
confidence.
about
man.
it, because it's just, can't deny good music. Like I said, you don't see how the numbers go, though. For real, like,
That's unprecedented, though. If you get
that shit
two
stuck. That shit got stuck.
consecutive,
It got jammed.
if you get 2 consecutive #1s, your 3rd and 4th weekend, that does say a lot. That does say a lot about the music.
That mean you already saw the sleep. They were sleeping on me. Boom, the album dropped. First of all, everybody hating, so it's like, nigga, fuck that, A Boogie singing ass, and you bump the shit. Then you like, damn, some real shit right here. Damn. And then you hear everybody else talking about it. You like, word, nigga. 2 weeks later, everybody on it. That's what all my friends telling me, like, cause they still went for me in the hood and shit. So they telling me that everybody wasn't fucking with it in the beginning. It was like, nah, fucking with this nigga. This nigga for me, this nigga trash shit. 1 week later, oh, this nigga crazy.
That's so
2
rare.
weeks later, it's
Usually it's the
OD.
opposite, right? It's hot the first week, and then after that, nobody cares.
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie, like sometimes like niggas be wanting your shit to be trash off of the last stuff they heard. So they
I
would
don't
down you
understand
last
that.
time. All right, this shit trash, man. Let's get them out of here.
Word.
And then like, yeah, people play it and they realize, it ain't that bad, man. You tripping.
All right, so there's nothing to doubt no more. Look out for the new music. Go check out Hoodie SZN. A Boogie's gonna style Akademiks. Thank you for
And we
pulling
got playing
up.
2K again because like he played me
Did
on my
you
show
lose
on the
last
States.
time?
He lost.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
Man,
lie.
I got a new
Sucker.
team too, man. I'm playing my man Antetokounmpo. So,
All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. See you tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. on Everyday Struggle.
huh?